and the pledge.
Our duties and the pledge.
If it were done when 'tis done, twere well it were done quickly. If the assassination could trammel up the consequence, and catch with his surcease success, that but this blow might be the be-all and the end-all here, but here, upon this bank and shoal of time, we jump the life to come. But in these cases, we still have judgment here, that we but teach bloody instructions, which, being taught, return to plague the inventor. He's here in double trust. First, as I am his kinsman and his subject, strong both against the deed. Then as his host, who should against his murderer shut the door, not bear the knife myself. Besides, this Duncan hath borne his faculties so meek, hath been so clear in his great office, that his virtues will plead like angels, trumpet-tongued against the deep damnation of his taking off. And pity, like a naked newborn babe, shall blow the horrid deed in every eye, the tears shall drown the wind. I have no spur to prick the sides of my intent, only vaulting ambition which o'erleaps itself and falls on the other. How now, what news?
He is almost supped. Why have you left the chamber?
Hath he asked for me?
Know you not he has.
We will proceed no further in this business. He hath honored me of late, and I have bought golden opinions from all sorts of people, which would be worn now in their newest gloss, not cast aside so soon.
Was the hope drunk wherein you dressed yourself?
Hath it slept since, and wakes it now to look so green and pale at what it did so freely? From this time such I account thy love. Art thou afeared to be the same in thine own act and valor as thou art in desire? Wouldst thou have which thou esteemest the ornament of life, and live a coward in thine own esteem?
Prithee, peace! I dare do all that may become a man. Who dares do more is none.
What beast was it, then, that made you break this enterprise to me? When you durst do it, then you were a man. And to be more than what you were, you would be so much more the man. Nor time, nor place did then adhere, and yet you would make both. They have made themselves, and that their fitness now does unmake you. I have given suck, and know how tender 'tis to love the babe that milks me. I would, while smiling in my face, plucked my nipple from these boneless gums and dashed the brains out, and I so sworn as you have done to this.
If we should fail!
We fail! But screw your courage to the sticking place, and will not fail. When Duncan is asleep, where to the rather shall his day's hard journey soundly invite him? His two chamberlains will I with wine and wassail so convince that memory, the warder of the brain, shall be a fume, and the receipt of reason a limbic only, when in swinish sleep their drenched natures lie as in a death. What cannot you and I perform upon the unguarded Duncan? What not put upon his spongy officers, who shall bear the guilt of our great quell?
I am settled. Bring forth men, children only. For thy undaunted metal should compose nothing but males. Will it not be received when we have marked with blood these sleepy two of his own chamber, and used their very daggers that they have done it?
Who dares receive it other, as we shall make our griefs and clamor roar upon his death?
I am. So. Bend up each corporal agent to this terrible feat. Away, and mark the time with fairest show. False face must hide, but the false heart doth not.
How goes the night, boy?
The moon is down. I have not heard the clock.
She goes down at 12.
I take 'tis later, sir.
Hold. Take my sword. There's husbandry in heaven. Candles all around. Take thee that too. Heavy summons, eyes like lead upon me. Yet I would not sleep. Merciful powers, restrain in me the cursed thoughts that nature gives way to in repose.
Give me my sword. Who's there? Not a friend.
What, sir, not yet at rest? The king's a bed? He hath been an unusual pleasure, and sent forth great largesse to your offices.
Being unprepared, our will became the servant to defect, which else should free have wrought.
All's well. I dreamt last night of the three weird sisters. You'd have shown some truth.
I think none of them.
Yet when we
Can
can...
entreat an hour to serve. We would spend innocent words upon that business if you would grant the time.
At your kindest leisure.
If you shall cleave to my consent when 'tis, it shall make honor for you.
So I lose none in seeking to augment it, but still, keep my bosom franchise and allegiance clear. I shall be counsel.
Your repost the while.
Thanks, sir. Delight to you.
Go bid thy mistress. When my drink is ready, she strike upon the bell. Get thee to bed. Is this a dagger which I see before me? The handle toward my hand? Come, let me clutch them. I have thee not, and yet I see thee still. Art thou not fatal vision, sensible to feeling as to sight? Or rather but a dagger of the mind, false creation proceeding from the heat oppressive brain? I see thee still, in form as palpable as this which now I draw. Thou marshalst me the way that I was going. Such an instrument was I to use. Mine eyes have made the fools of the other senses, or else worth all the rest. I see thee yet, and on thy blade indulgent gouts of blood, which was not so before. No, there's no such thing. It is the bloody business which informs thus to mine eyes. Thou sure and firm set earth, fear not my steps, which way they walk, for fear thy very stones prate of my whereabouts, and take the present horror from the time which now suits with it. Whilst I threat, he lives. Words to the heat of deeds, too cool breath gives. I go, it is done. The bell invites me. Hear it not, Duncan. It is a knell which summons thee to heaven or to hell.
Made them drunk, hath made me bold. What hath quenched them hath given me fire. Hark! Peace! Oh. It was the owl that shrieked. Fatal bellman which gives the sternest good night. He is about. The doors are open, and the surfeited grooms do mock their charge with snores. I've drugged their apostles, that death and nature contend about them, whether they live or die.
Who's there?
Oh, alack! I'm afraid they have awaked, and 'tis not done. The attempt and not the deed confounds us. Hark! I laid their daggers ready, could not miss 'em. not resembled my father as he slept. I have done it. My husband!
I have done the deed. Didst thou not hear a noise?
I heard the owl scream and the crickets cry. Did you not speak?
When?
No!
As I descended. Who lies in the second chamber?
Donald Bain.
This is a sorry sight.
A foolish thought to say a sorry sight.
There's one did laugh in his sleep, and one cried murder, that they did wake each other. I stood and heard them. But they did say their prayers and address them again to sleep.
But there are two lodged together.
One cried, God bless us, and amen the other. As they did see me with these hangman's hands, listening in their fear. I could not say amen when they did say, God bless us.
Consider it not so deeply.
But wherefore could I not pronounce amen? I had most need of blessing, and amen is stuck in my throat.
These deeds must not be thought after these ways, for so it will make us mad.
Methought I heard a voice cry, sleep no more. Macbeth hath murdered asleep. The innocent sleep. Sleep which knits up the raveled sleeve of care. The death of each day's life. Sore labor's bath. The balm of hurt minds. Chief nourisher in life's feast.
What do you
Great
mean?
nature's second course. Still it cried, sleep no more to all the house. Glamis hath murdered sleep, and therefore Cawdor shall sleep no more. Macbeth shall sleep no more.
Who was it that thus cried? My worthy Thane, you do unbend your noble strength to think so brain-sickly on things. Go, get some water and wash this filthy witness from your hands. Why did you bring these daggers from the place? They must lie there! Go, carry them and smear the sleeping rooms with blood!
I'll go no more. I'm afraid to think on what I have done. Look on it again, I dare not.
Infirm of purpose. Give me the daggers. The sleeping and the dead are but his pictures. 'Tis the eye of childhood that fears a painted devil. If he do bleed, I'll gild the faces of the grooms withal, for it must seem their guilt.
What is that knocking? How is it with me when every noise appalls me? What hands are here? They pluck out mine eyes. Will all great Neptune's ocean wash this blood clean from my hand? No. This my hand will rather the multitudinous seas in Carnadine, making the green one red.
Your hands are of your color, but I shame to wear a heart so white. I hear knocking at the south entry. Retire we to our chamber. A little water clears us of this deed. Oh, how easy is it then? Your constancy hath left you unattended. More knocking. Get on your nightgown, this occasion call us and show us to be watchers. Be not lost so poorly in your thoughts.
To know my deed, twere best not know myself. Why? Don't tell me you're knocking! I would thou couldst.
Yeah, it's a knocking indeed. Oh. If man were porter of a hell gate, he should have all turning the key. Knock, knock, knock! Who's there in the name of Beelzebub? Oh, he's a farmer who hanged himself on expectation of plenty. Will come in time. Have napkins enough about you here. Here you'll sweat for it. Knock, knock in the other devil's name. Faith is an equivocator who could equivocate both scales against either scale. who committed treason enough for God's sake, but could not equivocate heaven. Come in, equivocator. Knock, knock, never at quiet. What are you? This place is too cold for hell. I'll don't quarter it no further. Anon! Anon! I pray you, remember the porter.
Was it so late, friend, ere you went to bed, that you do lie so late?
Marry, sir, we were carousing to the second cock, and drink, sir, is a great provoker of 3 things.
What 3 things does drink especially provoke?
Well, marry, sir, nose painting, boop. Sleep, and urine. Lechery! Lechery! It provokes and unprovokes. It provokes the desire, but it takes away the performance. Therefore, much drink may be said to be an equivocator with lechery. Oh! It makes him and it mars him. It makes him stand you, ooh, and not stand you. In conclusion, it equivocates him in a sleep, and giving him the lie, leaves him.
Is thy master stirring? Our knocking hath waked him, what here he comes. Good morrow, noble sir.
Good morrow, both.
Is the king stirring, worthy thane?
Not yet.
Yeah, he did command me to call timely on him. I've almost slipped the hour.
I'll take you to him.
I know that this is a joyful trouble to you, but yet 'tis one.
The labor we delight in physics pain. This is the door.
I'll make so bold as to call, for 'tis my limited service.
Goes the king hence today?
He does. He did point so.
Ah. The night hath been unruly. Where we lay, our chimneys were blown down, and, as they say, lamentings heard in the air. Strange screams of death, and prophesying in accents terrible of dire combustion and confused events new hatched to the woeful times. The obscure bird clamored the livelong night. Some say the earth was feverous and did shake.
'Twas a rough night.
Horror, horror, horror! Tongue nor heart cannot conceive nor name thee.
What's the matter?
Confusion now hath made his masterpiece. The Lord's anointed temple has broke open. Someone has murderously stolen hence the life of the building.
What is it you say? The life?
Approach the chamber, do not bid me speak. See and speak for yourselves. Awake! Awake! Ring the bell! Murder! Treason! Bang, and Jonathan! Malcolm, awake! As from your graves rise up and walk like sprites to countenance this horror! Ring the bell!
What's the business that such a hideous trumpet calls to parlay the sleepers of our house? Speak.
Gentle lady, 'tis not for you to hear what I can speak. Repetition in a woman's ear would murder as it fell. Oh, Banquo! Banquo, our royal master's murdered.
Oh, alas! But in our house?
Too cruel anywhere. Dear Duff, I prithee contradict thyself and say this is not so.
Had I but died an hour before this chance, I had lived a blessed time. For from this moment there's nothing serious in mortality. All's but toys. Renown his grace is dead. The wine of life is drawn, and the mere lees is left this vault to brag of.
What is this?
You do not know it. The spring, the head, the fountain of your life is stopped. The very source of it is stopped.
Your royal father's murdered.
Oh!
By whom?
Those of this chamber, as it seemed, had done. Their hands and faces were all badged with blood. So were their daggers, which unwiped we found upon their pillows. They stared and were distracted. No man's life was to be trusted with them.
Oh, yet I do repent me of my fury that I did kill him.
Wherefore did you so?
Who can be wise, amazed, temperate and furious, loyal and neutral in a moment? No man. The expedition of my violent love outrun the pause of reason. Here lay Duncan, his silver skin laced with his golden blood, and his gashed stabs looked like a breach in nature for ruin's wasteful entrance. There the murderers, steeped in the colors of their trade, their daggers unmannerly breached with gore. Who could refrain who had a heart to love, and in that heart courage to make his love known?
Oh, help me hence! Oh, look to the lady.
Why do we hold our tongues? That may most make this argument for ours.
What should be spoken here where our fate hid in an auger hole may rush and seize us? Let's away. Our tears are not yet through.
Nor our strong sorrow upon the foot of motion.
Look to the lady. And when we have our